Hello friends, welcome to my videos. So in this video I am gonna evaluate a writing sample that I've got from a student. So let's go through it and then I'm gonna find out some mistakes and I can tell you a band score too. Before I proceed, I wanna let you know that I don't have any tool to determine the exact band score. So based on the script and my observation, I'm gonna tell you that the actual could be a different one. So let's go through it. So the task is, some people believe that children's leisure activities must be educational, otherwise they are a complete waste of time. Okay, so let's go through it. So before I proceed, first tip I would like to share, as you see there are certain cross marks because the student has used a pen to write. In your IELTS exam you have the option to use a pencil too, so please use a pencil, because if you do any mistake you have the opportunity to erase it and then write it neatly. So although handwriting does not matter, but what I suggest, if your handwriting is better and if you can write neatly, then that's gonna create some positive impression in the mind of your examiner, because ultimately you are gonna get what you write and your examiner is gonna evaluate you. So make sure you write neatly and perfectly. So let me go through it. So first tip, try to use a pencil and write it neatly. Now let's go through. Different children have different interests. Some children want to go with on you. So this on is absolutely unnecessary here. With you, so avoid using unnecessary preposition. In fact, preposition is one of the toughest topics for non-native English users, so try to avoid it as much you can. I mean, you should not omit the usage, but if there is something that you can avoid, for example, in the many people get confused when they write sentences like in the morning, at the morning, or whatever. So instead of doing that, if I write, let's say, 9 a.m., so when I use am, that means it's in the morning, so I avoided it completely. So if you can write in that way where you are 100% sure whatever you have written is correct, so go for it. All right. And they want to do only educational activities, while some children want to do other activities. Activity must be defined. All children choices, parents should not impose on them. So as you see here, the sentence is not going good because it does put some. So as you see, the sentence is not perfect here because it does put some, what do you call, unnecessary words, and that is causing some confusion in the examiner's mind. So let's go through the sentence once again. Activities must be defined, or I don't know, maybe handwriting, but I'm going to consider it defined. On children choices, activity must be defined on children choices. Parents should not impose on them that they will join only educational activities. Although, no, this is definitely not a good sentence. So let me rephrase it in a better way. So parents should not impose their choices on children and let their children select their activities. So if I use this sentence, that's gonna make better sense. And then, although children can play better in their interested field, if anyone oh, if anyone do restrictions on them. Now this is completely wrong. Anyone do, anyone is a singular one, so if anyone does, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. So how you can get rid of this? If anyone restricts them, again on is an unnecessary preposition here, restrict them from their activities, then it might be possible that they will leave their activities. Thus, active minds become dull. No, definitely this is not a good piece of writing because because the idea is not presented in the good way. Let me go to the second paragraph. Children have different mentality. Some children are sensitive and they do not want that they at put oh my god take decision on others' choice. They want to do work on self too and activities. So as you see, the sentence has completely gone off the track. It doesn't even look interesting. So if you write in this way, you cannot expect a good band. Now let's proceed further. Although these activities depend, again, see a grammatical mistake. These activities, plural, third party plural, so depend upon their interest. It may be educational or uneducational. Again, unnecessary words. Now another paragraph. I observed that those children whose activity is only for their interest, they are confident and productive. No, what is the need of they here? I observed. I think it's better to use participle here. You can write I have observed that the children who are active only for their own interests are confident and productive. So you can avoid unnecessary words and you can construct a better sentence. While other children whose again there is no use of the word whose here. I don't find any reason to use this word whose here. While other children who cannot take their own choices become unconfident, for example. So now the way the sentence has been constructed till yet, I am no longer gaining any interest to read further. So definitely this is like upsetting to the examiner. So my student has cited an example. She has quoted a name is international tennis player. He got a second position in world's tennis match. He wrote a book on self and now what is the use of this word on self? He wrote a book. So if I say I wrote a book, I produced a book, what does it mean? What is the try to avoid unnecessary words. Unnecessary words are not going to help you. And said that he had news that he had never choose any educational activity. He did always other activities which gave him relaxation and inner happiness. Definitely this is going off the track. Like by reading this, I am not gaining any idea about the mind of the student. So now we are in the last section. Similarly, Sania Mirza also a tennis player. Now this is absolutely wrong. Where is the verb here? You have started a new sentence, so you need a verb. Similarly, Sania Mirza is also a tennis player is correct grammatically. But Sania Mirza also a tennis player. Look, in your exam, you don't write casual English. For example, when we chat with somebody on Facebook or any other tool, we use very casual language. For you, we use simple you, we, and anything. But that's not the case here. You gotta be as per the standards, the way you use English. You gotta follow that. So to say about herself that she was again a mistake articles a and the an average student in her class and always I don't know what is written that. The educational activities. She spent a lot of her time on other activities. Now she is a world champion in tennis. In a tennis team. I don't know. Team, what is the use here? So I strongly disagree from the statement. It is not true that of children will not do educational activities. They will waste their time. They should spend their leisure time on their interest. Of course, like by reading this entire script, I cannot understand anything, and the idea of my student is not clear. So I will not give it more than 5.5. Thank you. So what I suggest, I have shared the tips about this. So try to write well and make sure your idea flows properly and you are able to convey your message. When you are asked to describe something, it doesn't matter what your opinion is. Your opinion could be anything, but you're gonna justify your opinion using your writing script. Make sure you write that and avoid unnecessary words, avoid grammatical mistakes like this. Average. Don't do this. This is gonna reduce your band sharply. So I hope you liked this video. Make sure you put your like and comment and anything you wanna know or you have wanna discuss. And do not forget to like and subscribe to stay updated. Thank you.